All right, there we go. And we're going to get started warming it up, my friends. All right, let's shrug our shoulders. So if you ever do any of the chair recordings, I almost always use this playlist because it's like the only kind of copyright-free playlist I can find that seems to have a little bit of a beat to it. When I use our 60s, 70s, and 80s music, it always gets booted. All right, let's go. A little reach and twist because we have to put it into YouTube to post it, and so it gets flagged. Welcome, Katie. Welcome, Kenzie. Or Kens. My daughter has a roommate named Kenzie, so I always call you Kenzie. Welcome, Lynn, Michelle. We've got Jamie, Betsy, Charlene here. Just taking a couple of minutes to warm up, and then we have 3 8-minute sets. 5 minutes of cardio, 3 minutes of strength. Cardio will be 30-second moves. Strength will be 1-minute moves. Let's take a little bit of knee to elbow to this. Just get the lower body moving a little. Welcome, Teresa. Yeah, totally understand, Katie. A little bit under the weather. Perfect class. Take it easy. You got it. Right there. And then let's take a couple of kind of kicks to the back. Again, just getting used to kind of moving around on our chair. Then we'll grab, if you want to use some very light weights for your cardio. I have some little 2 pounds. And we'll move into cardio coming up. We've got about 10 seconds right here. But if you want to grab your weights, go ahead and get prepared. We're going to start with an overhead press into a heel dig. Let's go. So here's our first official cardio move. No weights or light weights. 30 seconds on the cardio moves. We got it. I'm going to take a little kind of cross body crunch, holding right knee to left elbow, crunch, crunch, crunch. So we'll go 30 seconds one way and then 30 seconds the other. Right there. Taking that across. Now your arms can kind of stay up in this goalpost, or you can hold them a little down, lower, if that is uncomfortable up high. We want it to be a little uncomfortable, a little bit challenging. Welcome, Lynn. And let's switch sides right here. Crunch, crunch. So that actually, if you're holding even light weights, really start to feel the bicep, the shoulder, the tricep. Moving those weights up at that 90 degrees. Anytime you can drop the weights on this cardio portion. We got it right here. And that work through the waist. 7 seconds. We're taking it into a cheerleader. So heel digs to the side, 2 and 1. Pull it across. So I can keep my arms a little lower, especially after doing those 2 moves. My arms might be a little sore, a little tight. So I could hold the arms down. I could drop the weights, or I can keep the weights up parallel to the floor. It's an 8-minute set today. Then we get a short little break. We repeat it all. So a little shorter set than some days. Gonna go into a march and pump the arms. Let's go right here. March and pump, march and pump. Good. You got it. Looks great, Charlene. Awesome, Betsy. Remember, you can always set, you can always stand. You can change it up as we move through the class. River dance coming up. So we're bringing those arms back up and over. You got it. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Up and over. River dance. Nice. 8 seconds. I'm just going to punch it out, front punches. If you're not punching today, you could kick instead. Here we go. Punch, 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 punch. Yes. Round of upper body. Good. That's it. Looks great. We'll take it into some kickings. We're going to kick 4 to the front, 4 to the back. So a little shifting. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back. Now, if you wanted to go 2-2, you could. You want to do 6-6, you could. You can kind of adjust this however that works for you. Maybe a little movement of the arms with it. Jacks are next. Here we go. Jack it out. Remember, you can single side it. Kind of typical in the middle, or crazy jacks, kicking the legs up high. Get one more move coming up, and then we'll switch into 3 minutes of strength. I'm gonna kick up our heels and run. Here we go. Kick them up, right there. Welcome, Lisa. Still logging in. We're gonna grab our heavier weights, or weights. If you've been kind of going without weights here, you can grab your weights. Just 3 moves, really kind of focusing on core. In fact, we don't even really need a weight on the first move, because we're gonna take that knee to elbow kind of out to the side body crunch. So crunch. So you might want to keep your lighter weights on this one, or no weights, because a little bit heavier might be kind of uncomfortable, but you can try, right? I can try. Yeah, that's like almost too heavy. So I'm gonna stick with the lighter weights on this one. We take that wide stance if you're seated, and it's a little kind of front crunch. We get a full minute. Then we're gonna take a front crunch, lifting our knee, and then we're gonna take chop, wood chop. So more of kind of a core focus than really, upper body strength focus today. And crunch. Those fingers near my ears. And then we're gonna crunch front. Crunch. So have you ever seen those machines at the gym that kind of do that? I think you do so much better just working it on your own. So you could grab a little heavier weight here if you wanted. Or you can stick with the lighter weights. I think I'm just gonna actually stick with lighter weights on everything today, because it seems to work. But I'm not just lifting my knee, right? I'm pulling the belly in. Pull the belly in. Make the work come from the navel. So as I pull the belly in, the knees and elbows come closer together. Now I could do both if I'm seated. Then we get a little bit of balance work. You got it, Jamie. Looks great, Michelle. Katie, Pins. Then we're gonna take our wood chop. I may go to a little bit heavier weight there. We reach up to the left, chop to the right hip, or up to the right, chop to the left. It doesn't really matter. We'll go both ways. I said one thing and I did the other. You got it. Reach and chop. We get 30 seconds each way, and then we'll repeat all of this again. We'll get a short break. So a little bit shorter sessions today. Here we go. Switch sides. So up the other way, chop down to the hip. Chop. Now we'll change our strength moves each time, that our cardio will stay the same. So this round was more kind of ab focused. Reach and chop. We'll kind of get a back focus round, and then kind of a bicep shoulder round. All right, there you go. Right there. Whew. I'm gonna Sit out a little bit, grab a drink if you want it, need it. And we will be starting back with our overhead press heel digs. 12 seconds. And this time we're gonna get back and triceps on our strength. And our last time we'll get shoulders and biceps. All right, you ready for it? Let's do it. Right here. And of course, if you're using light weights, even through the cardio portion, your arms are getting a lot of work. Good, let's go. A little quicker movements here. You got it, Lynn. Perfect, Teresa. You're gonna hold that right elbow to left knee. Little cross body crunch. Let's go. So it's cardio in nature. Kind of like a heel knee pull, right? We're just kind of making that bigger and really pulling that elbow across. Drop the weights at any time, especially on these that work the shoulders. And switch sides, let's go. Nice. So what I find is if I do drop my weights, I can move a little bit faster. So it's just like, oh, do I want to get more of that strength work by holding the weights the whole time? Or do I want to take my heart rate a little higher by maybe dropping the weights and moving faster? You got it. Cheerleaders are next. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Out to the side. Pull, 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 pull. So I've dropped my weights for a little while. Keep yours. Moving through the body. 10 seconds. We'll march and pump it out. Let's go. March and pump. I'm going to grab my weights back for this one. Then we have river dances next. 6 sets today. So next Monday is July the 4th. VFit's hosting a July the 4th party. Otherwise, classes are canceled on the 4th. So we won't have chair fit. I'll actually be out of town. Here we go, up and over. I'll be on a cruise all next week. So I'll have subs Sunday through Friday of next week. I'll be back in time for my Sunday evening classes. But no classes on the 4th other than the VFit party. And I think it's 7:30 to 9 a.m. But double check the schedule just in case I'm wrong. Otherwise, everything's, set to go. Cross body punch coming up right here. Let's punch it out, punch it out. So tune in early on July the 4th. Get your workout in. And then go enjoy the day. Cross punch. Then we go to our kicks. 4 front kicks, 4 back kicks. I think I'm going to do 2 and 2 this time, which will be a little bit quicker movement. So you can try that, or you can stick with the 4 and 4. Let's go front, front, back, back. So if you're doing 2 and 2, you move a little faster. You can stick with 4 and 4, finding a rhythm that works just right for you. Ooh, 2 and 2 switches quickly. Jacks are next. Let's go, jack it out right here. Just checking my list, making sure I'm not forgetting anything. We'll kick up our heels and run after this. And then we have some back work and tricep work for our 3 strength moves. Come on, come on, set tall or stand tall. I love it. Awesome, Lynn, Teresa, you got it, Betsy. Right here, kick up our heels and run. The bomb kickers. going to go into a reverse fly. So that deadlift position fly, back of our body, triceps in there. You got it. We switch into our heavier weights coming up. If you like, or you can stay right where you are. Here we go. If you're switching it out, hinge forward, and we take the fly. We have a full minute now, so we can slow down. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Try not to pull the tops of the shoulders up towards your ears, down the back. Gazing ahead so that your neck is in neutral, not cranking it up, not tucking it down. Neutral neck. Now you can always do one side at a time. If you're not working upper body, you could always sub some squats or something in, do something lower body. We're gonna row tricep kick back next. 3 minutes of kind of back of the body, back of the arms. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Row, kick back. Right there. Again, try to keep the shoulders pulled down away from the ears. And of course, you can always, if anybody wants to stand up, always take a stand here. Anytime. Stay seated. And we'll take what I kind of call the ski jump. When you're standing, you will be able to add a little squat into it. We're seated in a hinge. 10 seconds right here. 3, 2, 1. So reach forward, kind of pull back a little bit of that straight arm. Reach and pull. And if you're standing, you can add a squat. You could even add a heel lift if you like. Squat, heel lift, or staying seated. Reach and pull. Good, right there. We get into the back of the deltoid, the tricep, the back in general. 30 seconds to go. Our final little 30-second break. We'll do our cardio moves again, and then we get some kind of chest, shoulders, biceps, front of the torso coming up. Eight seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right, a little bit of a shake, twist, roll your neck, grab a drink. If you're using weights, you can grab your weights, your lighter set. Get ready to come back into cardio. You got 10 seconds. If you're feeling good here, you can march it out. Start with our heel dig, overhead press. Let's go, right here. You got it. So back to 30-second moves. And then we'll take that knee pulling across to opposite, knee to opposite elbow. Here we go. Pull, 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 pull. Get that twist. And again, you can always drop the weights. That becomes quite a bit on the shoulders. Just kind of depends on what else you've done today. I took Maria's circuit this morning. So even the light weights, the shoulders, really feeling that. So I'm just dropping my weights for this one. With the knee pull, that cross body twist, switch directions. Sometimes we go knee to opposite elbow, back and forth. We're just kind of sticking on one side. In that twist. You got it. Your leader's coming up. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go right here. So again, right, you can hold the weights, you can drop the weights. Your shoulders are tired, but you don't want to put the weights down. Just drop your arms a little lower. And up high. So I finally watched the second season of Bridgerton over the weekend. I'd been putting it off until I had a time. I wanted to be able to just watch them all in a row. I don't know if you're Bridgerton watchers. Here we go, march and pump. But I finally got around to watching the second season. It took me like 3 days, I guess. I watched, I had just had some time this weekend, binge watched it a little bit. Normally I don't do that. Normally I don't watch a lot of TV. I watch like maybe one little sitcom, Netflix sitcom a day. Cool, still time. It's fun to watch them all. All right, here we go, up and over. You got it. River dance it out. 10 seconds, cross body punch coming up. We are down to our final 8 minutes of class. And here we go. Punch it out, punch it out. Our punches and then our kicks, 2 or 4 to the front, 2 or 4 to the back. Or if you would like to jazz it up, you can go 1 leg to the front, 1 leg to the back. Front kick, back kick, front kick, back kick. 15 seconds on one side, and then switch. So if you would like, front, back. And we'll do one side. Just getting a little variety in there. You don't have to now. You can keep going 2 to the front, 2 to the back sort of thing. It's gonna be a quick, actually get a full 30 seconds, right? Nope, it is, I have to split it. All right, here we go, switch legs, front and back, front and back. Just 30 seconds total. And then our jacks, 2 and 1, let's go right here. We got 1 minute of cardio to go. Into our strength to finish this up. Shoulders, biceps, and chest work. 5 seconds, kick up our heels and run. Let's do it. Right here. Let's go. 12 seconds. We're going to start with a front raise, bicep curl to opposite shoulder. Here we go. So front raise, shoulder, shoulder. I'm going to switch to a little bit heavier weight in a moment, but wanted to show you what we're doing. And lower. So front row or front raise. Ooh, I may need something in between these 2 sizes. That may be a little too heavy. Right, I'm gonna go back to the lighter one. I need something in between and I don't have an in between, so go lighter. So I don't know if I told you, I was telling one of the classes. I decided to learn to play chess. I've never played chess. My family all plays chess. So my husband and daughter were teaching me this weekend. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna play like on my phone so I can practice and like get good because my family's all really good at it. So I got the app, put it on like the easiest version there is. We're gonna go to prayer pulses coming up. The computer is still beating me like in 5 moves. I'm like, okay, I need to practice. I gotta figure this out. All right, here we go. Pulse it out. Pulse it out. I'm still trying to figure out, like which piece moves which way. And I like finally kind of have that figured out. Then the computer's already beaten me. Maybe I need to play with somebody just learning. You could be holding your weights here on these prayer pulses. You could drop your weights. So again, we're working the biceps, the shoulders, chest. Finish up with a hammer curl, narrow and wide. 20 seconds to go right here. Woo! I am feeling that, my friends. Keep going. I know I had to take a break. Burn, burn, burn. 10 seconds. Squeeze those elbows together. Mine are like coming apart. We'll finish with a narrow to wide hammer curl in 3, 2, and 1. So we hammer curl it narrow, then rotate out, which comes into kind of that W. Narrow and wide. So if you need to switch out on your weights there. You got it. We're gonna have 1 minute left. I wanna save 2 minutes for stretching. We're just gonna finish with a little bit of sprinter arms. With the weights, perhaps, I'm gonna try to keep my heavier weights. The little arm pump in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great, so just kind of arm pump it here. You are running for that finish line. Now you could of course drop the weights as well and not use them, and you might pump your arms a little faster, making it even more cardio focused. Or pump them with your weights. Get the bicep, the tricep, go your shoulders, front of the shoulder, back of the shoulder. We'll actually do this for about 45 seconds because I want to make sure we get 2 minutes to stretch. I want to get a little upper body stretch, a little lower body stretch. And I'll be back this evening for yen. Lots more fun on the schedule today. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, arms for a second. Bring one arm across. A little pull, a little stretch. So if your right arm is across, take your right ear from your right shoulder. Stretch in the neck. And then we'll relax the head up normal. Pat yourself on the back. Woo. Stretch through the arm. Nice. Maybe a little, so again, if it's your right side, we're gonna lean to our left. A little side body stretch in the side work we did. And then we'll come up and take that through the other side. So left arm across. It doesn't really matter if you're on your right arm, totally fine. Other arm. Lean away from the shoulder that's crossed. Relax the head up and over, pat yourself on the back. And then we can lengthen through that rib cage, so leaning away. And then come up. We'll cross one ankle over the opposite leg, that 4 stretch. Get our glutes, our hip. Take some easy breaths. Yeah, you can always sit down and do this one. Perfect, my friends. Then we'll come on up, switch that out, other side. Forward. And let's finish with a little bit of a straddle stretch. So if you're seated, you can straddle your chair. If you're sitting on the floor, you can take straddle. If you're standing, you can take kind of like a little plie. Press the inner thighs away. If you're on that chair and you feel comfortable coming into a forward fold, you can. I like to do this, but I don't want anybody to come upside down if that feels scary to them. What is an option? And then slowly coming up. Woo! Yay. Thank you all so much for joining me. Have a fabulous day. I'm going to hit that stop record button.